Hey Siri, what day does summer start?
Summer began today.
Hello? Hello. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kayana. I am a lifestyle vlogger. I post every Wednesdays. Sometimes I may feel a little spicy and I may post an extra video on Sundays if you're looking. So to stay tuned, make sure you hit that notification bell. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. So on today's video, we are going to be doing a very summer look. And I say very because it's like a little glowy, dewy summer look. And typically most people go for like the matte looks in summertime, but I have graduated and I am now a dewy girl. So before I was a matte girl, but I feel like it just left my face too flat, and especially in the summertime, I want to look vibrant. I want to look like I want to look like I'm sun-kissed, you know what I'm saying? So it is officially June 1st. And it's officially summer. Hey Siri, what day does summer start?
Summer began today.
Hello. So Siri knows. So let's go ahead and get into this look. Well, first things first, we're going to be getting into these eyebrows. So I always like to do my eyebrows first before I apply anything. But hold on, first things first, let's put something on these lips because they looking a little ashy. So I'm using this gloss here, and it is in the shade Sun, which is so perfect. That was so on brand. I love that for me. I need to go get some more because I'm literally almost out. But I have been using this stuff like crazy and I absolutely love it. All right, so now we have some moisturization on these lips. I'm using a little mirror here so that I can just see a little bit closer, and I'm also using my camera as a mirror. So I am using for my eyebrows a CoverGirl pencil. It is in the shade 705 Rich Brown. And I like to keep my eyebrows pretty simple here because I have done my best to grow these bad boys out, okay? I've done my absolute best and I am loving the shape. I've only trusted one girl for the past 3 years with my eyebrows, and prior, because of me and my antics, I overplucked and overshaded my eyebrows, and she has gotten me here, and I appreciate her. Like, I make sure I tip her very well. I make sure that she knows how grateful that I am of her, because if you guys know that eyebrows can make or break, you know, makeup look and or your face shape on a day-to-day basis. So I just like to lightly fill in my eyebrows, and I go like make like little hair strokes and just line it up underneath, nothing too crazy. And then it is time for me to just get my eyebrows trimmed up, but I go maybe like once every 2 months. I don't have to go too often because in between the times that I do go, I pluck my eyebrows. I only pluck the hairs under here. I'm not over plucking no more. I've learned my lesson, okay? So both eyebrows are done, and like I said, I just lightly fill them in, nothing too crazy. And this eyebrow pencil is officially done for, so be on the lookout for a makeup shopping video very soon. Okay, so now that we have eyebrows filled in, and we're gonna trash this pencil because y'all, I kid you not, there is nothing left over. Like, hello. All right, so to clean up my eyebrows, I do use foundation. Just because in my opinion, I believe that concealer is a little bit too thick and then it doesn't blend in the way that I would like for it to blend in. Okay, and so I'm using this brush right here to blend her out. I believe, let me turn this phone off because it's honestly being disrespectful and I don't appreciate it. So I'm using this, I want to say it's a MAC 252 brush. Yes, y'all, this has been in the rotation for so long. Oh my god, and I believe I actually stole it from my mama. I hope, hey mama, if you're watching this video, hey girl. You don't really use it because you don't fill in your eyebrows like that. You don't do what I be doing. So did you really need this brush? I don't think so. But anyways, I'm taking a little dab of foundation. The foundation I am using is this Maybelline Fit Me. It is the matte poreless, and the shade I'm using is 335. And I do go a shade above my shade, not to give me that crazy halo look. So I'm just taking this and I'm just cleaning up underneath with short strokes, very, very short strokes, so I don't interfere with what I have done or my hairs. Okay, so the bottom portion is done, and now on to the top portion. Okay, so eyebrow is officially on. I haven't blended out anything, so please don't go for me. And then in order to blend it out even more, I'm going to take a blender, a makeup blender. This is not a beauty blender. I think I got this from like either TJ Maxx. It came in like a pack of 3 or 4, or Miss A. If y'all know about Miss A, you know, like everything there is $1, and their stuff works pretty good in my opinion. Okay, so I'm just blending out the the makeup around my eyebrow, and then I'll blend it out even more. I just wanted to make sure that nothing will seep through when I put on my foundation, because I don't like that halo look. Like, that's so tacky to me, in my opinion. Okay, so this eyebrow is done. I'm gonna go off camera and move on to my next eyebrow. Okay, so eyebrows are cleaned up. I think they look pretty good. Of course, they will blend into my face once we put the whole face together. So moving on to a primer. And if I didn't mention before, everything that I'm using is drugstore. Super affordable, okay? And I'm using this e.l.f. primer. This one right here. The Poreless Putty Primer, and I absolutely love this primer. As you can tell, everything is almost gone. So like I said, a makeup shopping video coming so soon. Like, oh my goodness. Okay, and I just put like a little bit on. I know this looks so crazy, but bear with me, because homegirl, she got huge pores, and so I need something, very much something to help me out. So shout out to the parentals for giving me these huge pores. Like, what did I do? What did I do to deserve this? But no, we make her work though. You know what? I would take big pores over my other great features any day. And there are things that I can do to reduce my pores. I just need to dive into it. Okay, so most of the time I don't always rub my primer in, not all of it anyways, because the makeup is gonna cover it. All right, so primer is done. All right, so the foundation that has been my go-to, the girl I have been reaching for the last couple months, is this one right here. And I'm pretty sure you've heard about it, because I was on a look for it. I was on a hunt for it. Like, I could not find my shade. I went to Target, I went to Ulta, and then I went to another Target. And so third time's a charm, as they say. And I found her, and I love her so much. So this is the Halo Glow Liquid Filter, and I am using shade 6 Tan D. And I believe, in my opinion, that this is a good summer shade for me, because although it doesn't look like I have a tan or anything like that, but I tan so easily when the sun is out. Like, I could literally walk outside for an hour and I have a tan. And I know that because as of lately I have been going on what they call the hot girl walks, but I call them healthy girl walks, like, because I'm a lifter. I'm a girl that lifts in the gym, and I also want to slim out. So when you're a lifter, you don't always focus on cardio, just because I feel like cardio takes up so much of time in the gym. So I'll do like a little warm up for like 10 minutes, and then I'll do my workout, and then I'll get on the Stairmaster for like 10 to 15 minutes, just depending on how I'm feeling for that day. So anywho, that's not what we're talking about, because I could talk about the gym all day, baby. One thing I do love is the gym. All right, so now that the foundation has been applied, we're gonna let her sit just for a little bit, and then I'm gonna use this brush right here, the same brush that I used to carve out my eyebrows, and I'm just gonna use this to smooth everything around. So I just start with the nose area and kind of just spreads everything out, and then I move on to the forehead area specifically so that I can get rid of that halo that was around my eyebrows, because I do not like that look for me. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera and finish spreading everything back around. When I come back on, I'll use my beauty blender to smooth everything out and just make everything more seamless. Okay, everything has been smoothed out evenly to my liking. So next I'm just gonna get that same beauty blender. I put water on it so it's more damp. And I'm just gonna lightly take it, and this is just to smooth out everything and also absorb some of that foundation. Oh my God, my lash. Oh, she is hanging on literally by a thread. Like, girl, what are you gonna do? You hanging on. Okay, so now that the foundation is blended out to my liking and super glowy, it still looks like skin, which is super important to me in this era that I'm in right now. And then I'm pretty sure that I'll eventually go back to being matte, because I used to be a matte girl, y'all. Like, I was her for sure for a very long time. But we have improved, honey, and we are a glowy girl. Just want a healthy looking glow, and I'm gonna try my best. I think it's because I washed them earlier when I got in the shower, and they are going every which way but up. Okay, so the foundation has been blended, and I'm going to go with a concealer that's about one shade lighter than my skin tone, and then I'll blend that out and then go in with another lighter shade. Okay, so this is going to be the concealer that I am using. This is the shade. It is Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Honey. The number is 30. I absolutely love this concealer. It is so creamy. Like, it doesn't take a lot. I believe this is considered full coverage. I believe. Because what? Look at this. Like, it just applies so effortlessly. And I love her for that. And I love that she's affordable in the drugstore. Like, girl, I think I'm gonna put a little bit down the nose here, a little bit on the chin, and then whatever is left on my beauty blender, I'll just put that on my forehead, just because I don't want too much going on here. So I let her I let her dry for a little bit. I was gonna say blow dry, but I let her dry for a little bit, and I'm gonna come back in and blend her out. Foundation, wait, what am I saying? Concealer dried down just for a little bit. And it was only like 2 minutes, y'all. It wasn't too long. So I'm going to take my same blender, and I'm just going to blend it out here. And this is the first layer of concealer that I'm going to apply, just so I have a little bit of coverage. Now, if I was going out like in the daytime, this would be okay for me, just because you don't want too much going on. You want it to still looking like skin, but we're going, even though it's still daytime, we're gonna go for a nighttime summer look, just because in the nighttime you want to give like a little bit of drama. I mean, I do anyways, because I love drama, like for the looks, not in real life. That is embarrassing. So I am just blending this out and just tapping it super lightly. And she still looks like skin, which I love. And I'm just gonna go down the nose and blend that out. And I love how it's giving me, like, you can already kind of see that my nose is beginning to snatch. I love that. Okay, and then just gonna do the chin. And then whatever's left over, like I mentioned before, we're gonna use that for the forehead. Just so I'm not applying like so many products on my forehead. Like sometimes I feel like my forehead be hidden, but then sometimes I feel like she look normal. Like today, I feel like this is one of the days that she looks normal. So I don't have to do too much to hide her, because like I said, I appreciate my features that my parents has blessed me with, honey. So the next concealer that I'm using is this one. This is another e.l.f. product, and this is the hydrating camo concealer with a satin finish because we're going for skin, and I'm using medium warm. I remember the first time that I tried an e.l.f. concealer, the camo concealer. This is when I used to get, what are those, boxy charms? And y'all used to be obsessed with those things. $25 a month, and I'm getting so many products. Like a majority, this right here, I got in a boxy charm right here. And this is just like, I use this to contour and set things with. And I want to say, no, I purchased this one. But yeah, y'all, that was like, and I may go back to that just to start trying different products, because I don't know what to try sometimes. Like I'm super basic when it comes to my makeup. Like when I say super basic, I mean, I don't do like too many crazy colors. Everything is very neutral. Everything is like basic. I kid you not. Like before 30, y'all, I was definitely the colorful girl. I was trying to match my eyeshadows to my outfits and eyeliner, and I was like I was that girl. I was, and it kind of makes me upset that I wasn't recording as I should back then, but things happen for a reason. We all know that. And I don't think I was in the right space of like trying to be consistent to, you know, document my makeup as I was doing it. Because like I was doing looks, like I was giving looks like at least once a week. And this was probably in my 20s, like in my entire 20s. Okay, so eyeshadow is blended. I'm just putting a little bit on my nose, just like a tiny bit. And then I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit, and then I'm gonna set her. So now that I've let the concealer sit a little bit, I am using this brush right here. This is just like an angled fluffy brush. I don't remember where I got this from. This is probably like an Amazon buy so long ago. And what I'm doing is I'm just like blending out that nose area, because the beauty blender, the oh my god, what are you saying, girl? Spit it out. The blender, it doesn't like get in those crevices like I need it to, and I just want to make sure there is like a smooth transition, especially before I contour. So that was the look that I'm going for, and I love that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to setting this concealer here. And then I feel the need to do this one more time because it did crease. Like I do have creases here, because I'm not sure if you guys know, but I am in my 30s. I am 33, so there are some creases happening. But you know what? I appreciate how I look at my age, because I just made 33 in May, and I appreciate how I look at my age. Like I look better in my 30s than I did in my 20s, because I'm taking better care of myself. Like I'm not outside, because outside was aging your girl. I was looking tired and run down. And oh my gosh, y'all, when I say I'm out of everything, when I say everything, I mean that. Okay, so I'm going to use some of this, and then I'm going to use another powder. This one right here. What do you mean? Are you okay? What do you mean? That is so strange. That is so strange. What's happening here? Do I need to call somebody? I don't know, girl. I don't know. You know what? Scratch this. I'm not using this because I'm not gonna waste my time. There was nothing in here. Look, there was nothing here. So that's another thing that I need to renew up on, because like I said, I need to go makeup shopping like ASAP. And because I haven't really been outside, I don't really feel the need to apply makeup. Y'all, all I do is work and go to the gym. That's literally all that I do. Come back home, cook, record a video, clean up, edit, talk to my kids, watch a movie. Like, that's literally all I do. That's my life, y'all. It's crazy. I'm gonna try to do better. I want to be outside this summer. Like, a small part of me wants to be outside this summer, but then a small part of me is like, girl, stay at home. Ain't nothing outside. There is nothing out there. So anyways, I forgot to tell y'all before I went on my rant, before this really interrupted me. So I am using Maybelline Fit number 25 in medium, and this powder puff here that I got from, I want to say Shein. How do y'all pronounce it? Shein? I don't know, girl, but I got it from her. And so I'm gonna set this, and I'm gonna let this sit for a minute, and then I'm gonna come back and dust it off. Okay, so now that the powder has been setting for a little bit, I'm going to dust it off just a little bit. I'm actually gonna go ahead and set my nose too, and my chin and my forehead, because I actually forgot about those, guys. Okay, so everybody is set. And I'm just gonna take a light little brush. That's not what it's used for, but today we're gonna use it for that. And this is also helping to blend that this area out to my foundation. And then what I like to do is I'll take whatever brush that I'm using, and I'll brush it like against my eyebrows just to like soften them up so they don't look like too sharp and too drawn on, you know? Okay, so I'm pretty happy with I'm pretty happy with the way everything is looking. And so next I'm going to contour, and I contour with foundation. I am using Maybelline. Hey, Maybelline, I want to sponsor in the future. Like, I am an advocate user. So that's me speaking that into existence, because as you can see, Elf and Maybelline, they my girls, like, for sure. So anyways, I'm using the shade 358. It's called Latte, and this is the matte poreless edition. And then I'm using that same brush that I was using before to carve out my eyebrows and to smooth out my foundation. I'm using that, putting it on the back of my hand so that it's easier to apply. And then I'm just going to contour. Like, this is a very light contour. It's nothing crazy. It is nothing crazy, y'all. Look, this is pretty much like one shade darker than me, because me personally, I don't like heavy contours. I just don't. And then I'm taking a little bit and apply it to my forehead. And on camera, it may seem like it's like the same color as me, but I promise you it's not. I promise it's not. And then I only use this to carve out my face. I don't use this to contour my nose, because I just use a powder. I feel like the powder is easier to control. So after I do that, I am going to just bring it down a little bit more and let it sit just for a little bit. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm going to use the opposite end of the beauty blender. And I'm going to blend this out here. And then I'm going to set it with a foundation. Okay, so now that I have blended out the contour to my liking, which is super light, next I'm going to use this palette right here. This is called Ace Beaut, and like I said, I got this in a BoxyCharm. I've never seen this brand in store or anything like that. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna take this brush right here. This is from ELF, for us a flawless face brush, and I'm taking this shade right here. So I've hit pan on the two shades that I use the most because I mean, I actually like it. I do like this brand. I really do. So I'm just taking it very lightly just to pretty much set, because the contour is in place. If you want to be completely honest, it's in place, and I'm just setting it. Now as I set it, I do notice it may be a shade, or it looks like it's the same shade to me, but when I set my contour, I notice that it gets a little bit darker. So that's why when I do the foundation as my contour, I don't go so dark of a shade to where it's like looking like mud on my face, you know. So just taking a little bit and just dabbing it around just to make sure nothing moves, because like I said, we're in the summertime, and if you guys didn't know, I'm in the state of Texas. That says a lot. Like that's another reason why I do not wear makeup as often, because Texas is crazy hot, like crazy hot in the morning, y'all. Like when I get up and go to the gym, like now that my kids are out of school, I go at 6 o'clock in the morning. I usually go at 5 just because, you know, I wanted to be back here with them while they're getting ready and everything like that. And I wake up at 6 now just so I can sleep in, because I deserve it. Hello. And y'all, it's at 6 o'clock in the morning, it's 85 degrees. And the sun is not even out yet. Like just imagine. Like it's insane. So anyways, now that I have set the contour and she's looking good to me, I'm going to use this same brush right here that I use to apply or to smooth out my concealer, and I'm going to take a little bit, dab it in here, and I'm going to use this to contour my nose. And so I always like to start like in the middle here and then just kind of bring it down, and then I go back up and kind of like start a circular motion and bring it up into my eyebrows. And the reason I like to start in the middle of my nose, because like there isn't a bump or anything, but like I can tell, like if I start like at the top or at the bottom, like there's gonna be like a lump. I don't know what to call it, like the bridge of my nose, there's like something going on there and I don't know what it is. So I'm gonna finish contouring my nose, and then I'll come back on here and then we'll set the actual foundation that I put on earlier. So now that we have the contour on the nose done, and I think she looks very seamless, very natural, as natural as it's gonna get when it comes to applying makeup. So I am gonna actually use this ELF HD powder that I mentioned before, and I'm going to use this to set my foundation. And I'm going to use that same stippling brush from ELF. This is actually called a complexion brush, and I'm just going to dab that in here and just kind of set it lightly. This is a translucent powder. I'm gonna set it first because I don't want it to be like too cakey when I set, and that also helps me with that skin like finish like I'm always raving about. So this powder also helps take away like a little bit of glow, but not too much, you know what I mean? And I'm just trying to set the makeup that's on my eyelid so it doesn't crease. And then this also helps me blend everything out. Fix my eyelashes because girl, what y'all doing? Looking crazy. Okay, so everything is set for the most part, just because we are out. There's no more of this. I need to go back to Target immediately. Okay, so next I'm going to be using Ace Beauty again, and I'm using this powder in this shade right here that has hit pan just a little bit, and it's just to also set everything. And I want to get underneath my eyes just a little bit, just so there's no flashback, even though there shouldn't be, but I just like to make sure of it. And I'm gonna show you another trick that I've learned that will help with flashback. Because oh my gosh, y'all, back in the day, before I knew what I was doing, when I say I was a flashback queen, it was embarrassing, baby. It was so embarrassing. Like, you didn't do the flashback test before you left the house, and 9 times out of 10 I did not, because there's a such thing as being time blind. Yeah, I could literally start getting ready at 4 o'clock. The event wouldn't be until like 8. I could start getting ready at 4 o'clock and still be late. I don't know what's happening, but anyways, we've set the face and she's still giving skin. I love that for me. So next I am going to apply blush, and I am using this AOA Perfect blush color. This is very subtle. This is the shade that it's in, and I got this from Miss A. Yeah, Shop Miss A, that store that I was raving about earlier. And I'm taking this brush right here. This is a Morphe brush M581, and it's like a little fluffy brush. It sheds so much, but she's been by my side for a long time, so we're gonna, you know, she been holding it down, so we're not gonna give her up until, you know, homegirl fall apart. And so I just pretty much dab it in here, and I want a lot of blush. I've been loving blush nowadays, y'all. Like, blush, we like this, we tight, okay? Like, yeah, give me the blush, give it here, give me the drama, baby, give me the drama. And then of course I'm gonna blend it out once I get her applied to my liking. And I feel like this is like the perfect summer blush for my skin complexion. And it's just, it's I love it. Like, oh my God. Okay, so now I'm just gonna blend it out just a little bit, so it's more seamless. Okay, so blush has been blended out to my liking, and so next we're going to be taking some eyeliner to line this waterline. And I'm just taking a Wet n Wild pencil that I got from Walmart. It is in the shade like brown or something like that. Like, I think there's only 2 colors brown, or no, there's like 4 colors: white, brown, neutral, and black in this Wet n Wild shade. So I'm just taking that, put it in the waterline just really, really lightly. And then I'm taking this little brush right here. Where are you guys? Here. Okay, I'm taking this brush right here, and I am using that same color that I use for bronzer. Just pretty much blending it out, just so it's not such a harsh line. And then sometimes I like to bring it up here, so it's like a little wing. I don't know if you can see that on the outside of my eyelashes, but bring it up just a little bit, just to like kind of give my eye like a little lift, even though it's, like I said, it's hard to see with my eyelashes in the way. And then plus they are going every which way but up. So am I the only one that hold my mouth open when I'm doing my bottom waterline? Like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do with it? Oh, I go like this. Does it help me widen my eyes? I don't know. It seemed like it helps. So anyways, that is done. And then next I'm gonna use this Dose of Colors palette that I purchased so long ago. I want to say this is like the Desi collection. And then I'm going to use this little shimmery color here. This is my go-to inner corner color. This little brush here, it is from Shop Miss A. And I believe they have a website. Everything is $1. So check it out if you haven't before. We actually have a store here in Arlington. That's where I live, in Arlington, in Texas. So just like a little shimmer, just to brighten my eyes a little bit. A little sparkle, just to give my eyes some light, some life. I said some light. I mean that too, because I don't do anything crazy with eyeshadow anymore. So I'll have a little hair here. Let me see if I can get that. Okay, so that's that. And then we're done with the top portion. And then next I'm just going to take off some of this lip gloss that I applied earlier to moisturize my lips. And I'm going to be using this brush, this lip pencil here. It's by NYX in Espresso. I'm using this one. And y'all, I love this. I think this is the perfect lip liner for anybody. Like, oh, my lip is peeling. Oh my God. I need to do a lip scrub. Okay, this is like the perfect color. And I do line my lips to the T. I want to learn how to overline my lips, but for some reason I feel like I'm gonna look crazy. I'm gonna look so crazy. So I'm gonna finish lining my lips and then I'll come back and we're gonna apply the color. Okay, so lip liner has been applied and it's very, very natural looking. And then the lip color I'm using today, this is by Revlon. This is the Color Stay Ultimate Liquid Lipstick. And what shade is this? This is in 002 Buffest Beige. Buffest Beige? Is that how you say that? I don't know. But that's what she's looking like. Very subtle, very not doing too much, you know? I love this because it's super sheer. The only thing I wish is if it was like a little bit more pigmented, then I would be a happy girl. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I can use this one. I love this color. This is by Black Radiance. This one here, Perfect Tones in the shade. I'm trying to find the shade. Matte Lip Cream. I don't see the shade color. That's weird. Can't find the shade color, but I like this one a little bit more. It is more pigmented. Okay, there we go. So that's what I was looking for. However, because I need to scrub my lips, it look a little crazy. Let me put a little bit more lip liner on here. Because sometimes I do like a matte lip, just depending on how I'm feeling. Like if I'm going somewhere, I'll start off with a matte lip, and then as I'm, you know, talking, eating, drinking, whatever the case may be, then it'll start to rub off, and then I'll apply a lip gloss on top. So this is what we're working with, and this is going to be the finished look. And then I also like to apply Milani Make It Last Dewy Setting Spray. Woo! And there we go. And then I'm gonna let this dry down just for a little bit. And then this is the trick that I learned to make sure there's no flashback. So let your, what is this called? The setting spray dry down just a little bit. Then take your beauty blender. I'm using the other side that I haven't used, and I'm just pressing that. I'm just pressing it in, just that setting spray, pressing it in, so that that under eye area can have some moisture. Because there are two reasons why there's flashback, sister girl. Either it's real dry or it's too light. So this is what it's giving. And I love this super glowy, natural look. So if you enjoyed this, like this video, give me a thumbs up, comment below. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. Let me know if you recreate this look, because I want to be outside this summer. And this is the face that I want to give. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.